Spike at your service. Okay, so Spike's gonna be doing a thing. I don't know where I'm going with that. I don't know. I'm gonna guess some dangerous thing's gonna happen, and Spike's gonna try to save the day, but he's too weak to do it, or he doesn't have confidence, or whatever. And then he's gonna learn to be confident or something. I don't know. I don't know why I like just guessing the plot, even though usually you can't tell it just from the title. You know, it's weird when I'm thinking about it. Like if I think about an episode after I watch it, and I just remember like thinking how I was saying, oh, this is so bad and so terrible. It's like some of the stuff is just like, you know, me just nitpicking at nothing, but then it's like and then I do the editing, and then it's just I go back through it, and then I re-experience all these random moments that I'm complaining about in the thing, and then I'm just like, wow, these really are, I really do hate these moments. Like, it's almost funny to me, just like how much hate I have in my voice, and like just genuine disdain for what I'm watching. Oh man, like I don't know, I feel like I should try to just be even more fair and try to not nitpick things. Then again, that's just what I do, even when I'm watching shows that I really like BoJack Horseman or Futurama, Rick and Morty, Gravity Falls. Even when I'm watching those shows, I still end up nitpicking everything. And it's just like, well, that joke didn't make any sense. That was stupid. But with this show, it's like every second I'm just like, oh, this is dumb. Why is this happening? Why? You know. And then with those other shows, it's more of an occasional thing. Whatever. Just bring on the pain. Bring the pain. Okay, she's gonna read a bunch of books. So she's just gonna go through his list, and then that's it. Yep. So he has no life without Twilight. Okay. So yeah. So it's that Spike has no life without Twilight, and that's the plot. At least that, like, the cold open was very to the point. Didn't drag on for too long. He just ruined the... Okay. Look, okay, this one has, you know, things happening. It's not just a bunch of assholes talking for 10 minutes. Got some visuals and motion, you know, animation in the animated show. Okay, so something's gonna go and try to get him. Alright, the Timberwolves. I remember them mentioning that. It's actually a pretty interesting design for a thing. It's like made out of sticks, and it's got like little details and stuff. Look, there's so many things I could have mentioned and nitpicked right now. Like, okay, why is Applejack in the forest? And like, what? And then I thought the blimp was Twilight's blimp. Why is it never shown before? But those are so irrelevant and they don't matter.
Saw the balloon floating about.
Okay, so I guess, yeah, that's what I mean. Like, there is some explanation for what happens. So Spike has nothing to do. Yes, okay. He's just bored and he wants stuff to do. This is the kind of thing I mean, though. Like, I do not see why this needs to be a 20-minute episode with a simple concept. Just Spike is bored because Twilight's busy and she doesn't need him to help her. Twilight doesn't need Spike to help her. So because of that, he's bored and he's just trying to find other people to help, even though he doesn't need to help, and he's just ruining things. Oh, the life debt thing. See, it's just the life debt thing. That's been done to death a million times. So Spike's gonna have to save Applejack's life, and then that's how he's gonna get over this. It's like that's supposed to make me feel sad, but then I just don't feel sad at all. Yeah, this is getting really boring again. Like, it started with that kind of exciting thing with Spike chasing the balloon. It was like kind of interesting. Oh my gosh. But then now it's just a lot of talking and boredom. I guess this is supposed to make me cringe though. It's just like, oh my gosh. Okay, so then why don't they just have, oh my gosh, that would actually be so, Spike just trying to help Rarity nonstop and ruining everything. That would be pretty it'd be so bad it's funny. Okay, so I guess that's actually kind of following up on her liking books from that episode forever ago. This is just really boring. I haven't said anything, like, at all in the past couple minutes. This is just so boring to me. Like, this could have been done, this conversation, after, like, two short scenes. Why? I just don't see why it needs to be this long, drawn-out thing. Oh, there he goes, scratching her ass. Ugh, it's just so weird. It's just, like, nothing interesting happens. Like, I'm just thinking about, like, Gravity Falls and Star, Adventure Time, Steven Universe, Rick and Morty, all these other shows constantly have these amazing, interesting things that happen. This is just it's so boring. The dragon code is to all dragons? Whatever. It makes enough sense. There's those amazing backgrounds. One color with some lines. Jesus. Oh, yep, I called it. It's gotta save. Like, come on! This is not a 20-minute thing! Just make him get saved in the cold open. Then you have, like, 2, maybe 3 scenes of him getting bored and trying to help Applejack, but then, and then they come up with a plan to get Spike to save Applejack's life, and then this scene would happen. I don't see how this needs to be 20 minutes. Wait, did I miss something? Fluttershy was wearing, like, buckets on her feet. Is he gonna believe that those are... Oh, that's why she's wearing the feet beat thing to make this sound. Like, is that... Okay, he does realize it's fake. Okay, I thought they were just gonna make it that he doesn't realize it's a fake, but okay. Oh, okay. So here comes a real Timberwolf. And then is Applejack actually gonna get stuck or something? That's kind of weird though. I feel like those wolves have different animation style. I think it's just the outlines are like more defined. I don't know, it's just weird. It looks like it was, I guess it's also the color scheme. Now her foot's actually stuck. Surely she can just push the one rock out of the way though. Whatever though, it's just the plot. What, is that one rock gonna work? Really? Okay, there's lesson, blah blah blah.
Really happy to help you.
Okay, that's Spike being something. I don't know. Okay, so another very simple thing. It's Applejack ends up saving Spike from some wolves. Spike thinks he needs to repay her by like being her servant his entire life. He gets annoying because he's trying to help when he doesn't need to, and then they decide that they're gonna try and make Spike save Applejack's life, and then that'll like repay the debt or whatever. And then the attempt fails, but then she actually gets stuck, and then there's this whole conversation then about how Spike doesn't need to just help her constantly. It's just friends help friends. That's how it works. And there was something about the dragon code. That's why he was like so insistent on helping her, even though he didn't need to. It's like okay, the beginning of this had like motion. The fact that that's like a revelation. That's like a big deal. So stupid. But like there was motion. There was things happening. So that was something. But like this, just like there's basically three parts to this. There's the beginning, the filler, and the end. The beginning is Applejack saving Spike's life. The end is Spike saving Applejack's life and learning his lesson. And then the middle is just these endless dragged on scenes of just Spike trying to help Applejack and then a few of the other characters. Like it just doesn't need to be 20 minutes, and it's just so goddamn boring. There's probably a stretch of like 3, maybe 5 minutes even that I just didn't say anything, like not a word, because it was just like maybe it wasn't that long of a stretch, but it's just like there was nothing to say. It's just, oh look, Spike's doing this thing and he's bad doing this thing. Spike's doing this thing, he's bad doing this other thing. Spike's doing this different thing. He's helping this character and he's terrible at everything and he's way too obedient. It's just, it doesn't need to be 20 minutes. It's so boring, and then nothing interesting happens. Like as a kids show, whatever, it's fine. Nothing that, it's just whatever. It's just mediocre and boring. It's not on the same level as Gravity Falls or Avatar or anything else. Any of those shows like that. I do not get this in the slightest. I mean, maybe the later seasons get better. I don't know. But the thing is, it's like I'm still no closer to understanding why people like this. Because like even if there is the occasional moment of like there's the emotional moments that are kind of wholesome and stuff. It's like, but those are so few and far between, and it's just like so much shit in between them. But then it's like people apparently like this show from season 1. Like maybe they think season 1's the weakest season, but it's like they actually like those episodes. I just do not get that at all. Do not get the appeal whatsoever. This one I give 3 out of 10. Actually, no. I give this a 3.5 out of 10. Just because I had that little bit of some kind of interesting thing happening in the beginning and sort of at the end, and it didn't dwell on the setup as long. I think like in that last one I watched, the reunion thingy, it was like 5 minutes of them just saying, oh, we're gonna have a reunion. Look, we're so excited to have the reunion. The reunion's gonna happen, and it's just like, just move on, get to the reunion. And then with this, it was like, okay, Spike pretty quickly goes to Spike getting saved, and then him trying to help. So it wasn't this one wasn't like, at least it didn't start out painfully slow. It was still really slow in the middle, but like whatever, just blah.